Sam Pershall from Severna Park, and for once I didn't call him Ben Pershall. Big season coming up for you this year after last year's races. What are you expecting out of yourself?
Out of myself, I have high expectations. This is the first full summer of training I've had. I'm feeling stronger than I ever have, but I know it's going to take a lot of hard work and pushing from my teammates and other competitors in the county and the state, but I'm excited to see what happens.
Talking about a full summer of training, what do you mean by a full summer of training?
Well, I didn't run last track season because I was injured the whole time, and I was injured a couple weeks into the summer. And the year before that, I had a broken collarbone from playing lacrosse, and the year before that, I had another broken collarbone from playing lacrosse.
So did you just lock yourself in a house or something like that?
Yeah, pretty much bubble wrap myself the whole
What kind of
summer.
mileage you been putting on this summer?
I started out in the beginning, a week after track, I took a week off, and then I put in about like 45 to 50 for the first week or two. Then I ramped it up to mid-50s, and for the past couple of weeks, I've been hitting mid-60s.
Do you get, well, it's darn good. Have you been doing this all by yourself? Because you got a strong team coming back.
We do have a strong team. We meet for practice every morning, just like a captain's practice type of thing. But I've been working all summer, and on vacation I haven't been able to go to many of them. But I've been working out with my brother a lot, and most of my runnings I've been doing by myself.
Now, looking back at your last year's cross-country results, you were really strong when the courses were a little bit flatter, but you got to Hereford at Bull Run, and at the state meet, you fell back a little bit, finished 11th and 17th in those two races. Was it just bad days those days, or you just hate hills?
Hills are usually my strongest point. When we work out, I always crush the hills, but I guess it just wasn't my day. You know, kind of try and put those behind you to get better. I mean, sometimes you have to get worse to get a little better.
Now, looking back at last year's track season, both indoor and outdoor, your times seem to be a little bit faster in indoor track. 4:22 mile versus a 4:24 outdoors. Why?
I honestly, I was disappointed with my track season overall. The only event I improved in was the 800. I started to come back in the end. I started getting down in the lower 420s for the 1600. I wasn't at all satisfied with my 2 mile. I don't even think I got close to getting a PR. But, you know, I guess it's maybe just a combination of working hard in school and then training, maybe. I don't know, but I'm definitely looking to improve off of that, and that'll motivate me for this season and the indoor and outdoor season to come.
In 4A, you always have the toughest people to run against, and this season's going to be no different with the Moco guys, the Perry Hall kid. How are you going to approach the season, maybe to try to wind up on top at the state meet?
Just got to run with a lot of tenacity. You're going to have to take risks, obviously. I mean, those guys are really good. Just train hard and try and just be rock solid and consistent when I'm racing. And always look forward to racing and always try and be competitive. Don't feel sorry for myself and make no excuses.
Well, with Ryan Forsyth and Jimmy Shipley also on your team, practices, probably there's really no easy days. You guys probably push each other all the time. Do you find that to be a plus or a negative sometimes?
A lot of times, I mean, it's an advantage because, you know, when you're doing a long tempo run, you can almost do it like an Indian run, take turns in the lead if it's windy on the track. And other days, I feel like it almost motivates you a little bit knowing that you have this strong team behind you. You can say, you have the option to say, I can let off a little bit and we'll be fine. And half of practice is saying, I have to be tough for these guys. You know, there's no letting up. You have to do your part.
Well, Severna Park's going to have another good, strong guys team this year. So are you guys looking for a state crown?
Every year, everyone's looking for a state crown. I mean, that's the focus of the whole season. I think it's definitely in our capacity to do it, but like I said before, there's a lot of hard work ahead of us, and I know there's other teams out there, Walter Johnson, Churchill, who are always the favorites going in. I feel like we're really going to have to work against them.
Coming into being a strong runner in the state this year and having a brother that's been running, for kids that are just coming in from being a freshman who really want to run, one bit of advice for them?
Train smart. Don't always go out and just kill yourself when you don't need to, and don't take everything easy. Listen to your coaches because they always know best, and just be smart about everything.
Unless your coach is Josh Alkenbright.
Yes. Don't listen to anything he says. No,
All right.
He's a great coach.
All right. Good luck this season.
Thank you very much.